Hey there, kids! Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I'm your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. It is Wednesday. We're in for a Wednesday night stream, and tonight, with 100% more Twitch. Yes, tonight we are multi-streaming. Hello, kids on Twitch. Sound off if you're over there watching on Twitch. Let us know who you are and everything like that. So I'm sure Charles is probably over there and everything like that. Charles prefers Twitch, definitely. So, yeah. So we got Twitch and we got YouTube going tonight. Wanted to kind of soft launch it and just kind of see what happens. Everything's holding steady. Computer looks good and everything. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see. One other. Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, that may be why. Yeah, that may be why. Because Charles says dual streaming over there. Yeah. See, look at that. Charles has got the cool badges and everything over there on Twitch and everything. Yeah. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I wonder why that is. I'll have to take a look and see if I can figure that out. Because, yeah, that puts a damper on things, doesn't it? If you don't get the notification and all. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. So yeah, so we got Twitch and we got YouTube going. Real quick, shout out to Mr. Greg Blair for joining the channel memberships here on YouTube. Greg, you get one of these. Hell yeah. Awesome stuff. And Greg's got the fancy badge over here as well, the little banner underneath of his avatar and all that. Hell yeah. That looks really good. That looks good. Sweet. Well, Greg, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Let's see. Oddball. Sound off Oddmeister here on YouTube. There you go. Nice. Oh, man, good stuff. We got Julius, we got Handrin, we got Greg, we got Charles over there on Twitch. Wonder if Soravon's over there. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so Charles, I don't know if you noticed the brand new badges that I uploaded to Twitch. Those are kind of cool. Worked on those a little bit today and stuff. So, yeah. And I think we're going to be doing probably some more stuff on Twitch because they have this new thing, they're called event badges. And I've got some ideas on that. So, yeah, we may do some interesting things. So what I might do, I wonder if I switch Twitch with YouTube for the main stream. I wonder if that'll kick off the notification. I'll have to look at the settings after we get done here and everything. So, anyway. Hey, you guys. It's Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday. Draconis. Don't think I've ever seen you on Twitch in forever. Well, I haven't been on Twitch in forever, like 5-ish years. So yeah, it's been a long time. Like this is the first, real stream that we're back on Twitch. So, yeah, that's definitely going to change from here on out. Going to be on Twitch. We're going to be on YouTube, both at the same time. So, yeah, that'll be a good thing. So, Julius wants to know, what are the differences between watching the stream on YouTube versus watching on Twitch? In terms of the actual stream, nothing at all. Both platforms get the same exact, feed and everything. Now there are definitely differences in terms of you know, the things that, like the perks and stuff like that that Twitch has. You know, because you can get channel points for watching and redeem those for different things, and you know, all sorts of fun stuff over there. And mind you, I haven't set any of that up yet, but still, Twitch is fun, right? Twitch is fun. So, and a lot of people, just like Charles, prefer Twitch, and you know, can't fight that. So, yeah. Let's see here. Lorenz is with us. He says, "Evening, guys." Draconis says 5 years tracks. It was around the end of the COVID. Yeah. Well, and that was the thing. So, like, got divorced, moved, had to build this whole studio almost from scratch. Just pulled everything out of here, and yeah, so had to basically build the studio, and that took a long ass time. But we're back. Started streaming on YouTube. What, a few weeks ago, like 3-4 weeks ago at this point. Yeah, probably about a month. So yeah, so we're back. We're back on Twitch. So, Handred says more kids on Twitch. Yes and no. Yes and no. Let's see. Briggsy says now live on Twitch. Might need to get a plug-in that show both chats on your end and to the chat. Yeah. Well, and also Briggsy, Charles said that he didn't get, you know, like a notification when we went live. So I'm gonna have to check into that and see what that is, because that's kind of a big deal. But for tonight, like I said, I'm just soft launching Twitch, so I'm not overly concerned about it for right this second. But yeah, for you know, going ahead, yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to look at that, and I might have to swap Twitch and YouTube inside of OBS in terms of, you know, which is the main output. So if I switch the main output to Twitch and then have YouTube, you know, basically pick up the stream, that may fix the notification thing, but I don't know. I have to look. But I mean, we're definitely getting both chats, so that's great. And I also have the chat over here on my phone. My little stream manager is up on the phone, so if I, you know, need to do anything with Twitch, it's over there. So yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Giovanni says, hello everyone. I sprayed the mica red on the master grade gun cannon yesterday. It went beautifully. I also sprayed gloss coat on the Nether Emperor. It's a third-party kit. Ah, okay, interesting. Very interesting. Cool. Nbuck Games, he's with us. He says, might pop over to Twitch and use my Amazon Prime sub. Dude, that would be amazing, bro. That would be amazing. I got a notification for that. I have all the notifications set up on Twitch, so they'll come through and just be like, and all that. So, yeah, good stuff. Henry says, welcome, everyone. Giovanni says, so tonight I'll be doing the first round of masking on the master grade gun cannon and water slides on the Emperor. Nice. Don't forget to use... Yes, sir. Anyway, old school Gunpla, Mr. George, he says, yo, mofos. What's going on, Georgie? Let's see. Ooh, Handren has a question.
We have a question.
Handren says, will your studio be easy for you to move once you move down to, to be with Renee in Renee City? Yeah, it should be for the most part. I mean, I'm gonna have to pack everything up, same as I did before. But the good thing is that I probably don't have to build anything. Got the cabinets done, the wall cabinets, got the drawers done under here and all that. So, yeah, not too bad. Michael Dawson's with us. He says, "What's up? Fell asleep. Your earlier stream being sick and all. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Mikey. Sinus and ear infection. Boo, boo. Sorry, Mike. Get better, dude. Get better." Chris Reniger's with us. What's going on, Chris? Good to see you, bud. Let's see. Michael Dawson says, "I fell asleep, not fell." I get it. Well, jeez. Oh shit, good stuff. Let's see. Giovanni says, "Yeah, I have all your water slides." Cha-ching! Nice. Brandon's with us. Hola, everyone. And let's see. Handren says, "Great, you have kept that in mind while building them." Oh yeah, yeah. I can take these things down and yeah, put them back up. You know, fairly easily. So not too bad. Briggsy says, "With being freshly back, might have to stream more on Twitch before they let Twitch notifications start working." Really? I thought that was straight out of the gate for all of that stuff. Goes to show you what I know. Anyway, let's see. Giovanni says, "Hello, Georgia. Try to catch your live stream even when I go in at 3 a.m. Still miss it." Oh, there you go. And then Drunken Barbarian Workshop, he says, "Oh man, everyone's here. Time to build and watch." Hell yeah, let's fucking go. And we're on Twitch tonight too. So we're both on YouTube and on Twitch. So yeah, we're doing double duty. Briggsy says, "Just saying, might not be." Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it. And see. Because yeah, I mean, it's either that or the multi-streaming. So I'm gonna have to figure it out. We'll figure it out. Not to worry. It may be a setting, honestly. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. So Brandon says, "Just found 3 Tupperware from my kids' lunches they never took out of their backpacks." Oh man. Yeah, that ain't good. That ain't good. He says alien species growing in these things. Nice. Nice. Let's see. Lorenz wants to know, will you add more variety for Mecha Decals at some point? Would love to see some line and strip decals. Yeah, I would. I want to. Let's put it that way. I want to. I definitely want to. So the thing with Mecha Decals right now, obviously, since I've been out of everything for the past, almost 5 years, it's obviously lost steam. My fault. That's on me. So we need to basically reestablish everything. It's very much a crawl before you walk type of situation. So right now, just trying to get back into streaming and get back into content creation and building, obviously. So that's all kind of prerequisites at this point. But I would definitely want to do, continue Mecha Decals and, get more sheets out there to you guys. Because they're amazing, right? And I'm not, obviously I'm biased, but I know the quality of them. So yeah, I wanna do that. So, yep. Handren says Martian might live in there now. Jesus. Chris says, eating pizza, watching Tim, snapping a kid. It's a good day. Hell yeah. That sounds fun. George says, hey, Brandon, take comfort knowing they may not unpack lunch bags when they're in their 20s as well. Jesus, right? Gee, yeah, dude, yeah. Is there? Briggsy says, got you on Twitch right now. They already had an ad on your stream. Really? I don't even have ads enabled. Why are they running a fucking ad when I don't have them enabled? I don't know. Maybe I just don't know Twitch well enough. I don't know. So, Brandon's... It's George, good to know. Nice. Handren says, Tim, if you kept the momentum going, you would have had your own magazine now. Yeah, right. I think that will happen once the big sponsors come in. Yeah, big sponsors. Ah, shit. The ads are automatic now? Man, that sucks. That sucks. Sorry, Twitchers. Yeah. Yeah. Anywho, Brandon says, so they can make money on your stream without you. Well, yeah. So I guess I have to enable fucking ads over there on Twitch now to, you know, get my few pennies of monetization, you know. Let's see. So they can make money on your stream. Yeah. Jeez. Dave B's with us. What's up, guys? Old school. George says, Tim, it's how they monetize. Yeah, yeah. Mbuck Game says, Twitch has a lot of ads nowadays. That sucks. Henry says, yeah, Twitch has shitload of ads. That's why I hardly use it. Yeah, yeah. And Briggsy says, not on now even when you have them off. Ugh. Ick. They'll still put ads like YouTube. That's why you need to do Kick also. Yeah, but are there even, Briggsy, do you even know of any modelers that are actually on Kick at this point? Because, like, I looked on Kick probably, it was sometime late last week, and I couldn't find a single fucking scale modeler on there. It was just douchebags walking around, you know, doing dumb shit. So, I don't know. Anyway, Brandon says, if I disappear, my phone died and I'll be back. Nice. Let's see. Chris, he says, hey, George, I was thinking about you the other day. Found a kid at a swap meet, or a kit. Ooh, phrasing. Found a kit at a swap meet from from 1987, and I know how much you love those vintage ones. Jeez. Lelouch is with us. He says, hello, night crew. Hope everyone's doing well. Surviving the pollen apocalypse. Can't stop sneezing at the moment. Oh, man. Yeah. Hendron says, in my opinion, YouTube is bread and butter for this shit. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've always had better traction on YouTube. I don't know why. A lot of people find a lot of success on Twitch. But for some reason, YouTube hit for me. So, yeah. Briggsy says, never really do Kick, but never know unless you try. I was just saying, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you never know unless you try. And I say that all the time. All the time. So, we'll consider it. I'll probably roll up Facebook as well. Because I remember back in the day, we did Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. We did Twitter for a little bit, but that went nowhere. So Twitter's like, So yeah, I think Facebook will probably be the next one we roll up and add to it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. George says, major old school love. Chris, did you pick it up? He says, I did. Nice. Nice. All right. All right, kids. Let's get busy. Yeah? Oh, is my field monitor not working? What's up with that? Shit. All right. Hang on, you guys. Let me... Because my field monitor is not working. We had a power outage a few hours ago because we had some storms roll in. But I need to see if the switch that controls the field monitor is on or not. Probably not. So hang tight. 1 second. Going under. Oh, God damn it. All right, let's see. Oh, where is it? Ugh. Yep, you guys can hear me. And I'm getting under here. Son of a... And it's a little tight quarters. Boy. What was I thinking? Fuck's sakes. Urgh. Really? Are those... All right. Well, we'll have to try this another way. All right. Here we go. That was fun. Holy shit. Hard-ass floor and shit. Ugh. Yeah, that was my knees. My knees always pop. My knees always pop. They've cracked ever since I was a kid, so that's completely normal for me. All right, devices. Let's see. What do we got here? Studio switch is on. We need the USBs. Hang on, you guys. All right, bingo. Is this? It's gotta be. Yep, it just clicked, and we have power. Heyo! All right. Figured that shit out. Very nice. All right. Jesus, you guys are fucking around with my knees. Oh my goodness. Okay, so bingo. We've got the projector going. All right, so with that being said, Zero Kai's with us. He says, I heard some plastic was being laying down. We do. We're probably going to. Julia says, no field monitor. Fuck it, do it live. Jesus, right? Now, see, I like having the field monitor here in front of me so I can see what you guys are seeing, right? It definitely helps stay in frame. Hendren says, Tim, in my opinion, once more eyes and ears hears about your stream, they wouldn't mind switching to YouTube or Twitch. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, that's the hard part right now is getting the word back out, you know, to everybody. Because, you know, not everybody's on, you know, social media 24/7, and, you know, chances are they don't see, you know, the notifications or, you know, reminders or anything like that. So yeah, just getting the word back out, building that back up. And I think we've built up pretty quickly. You know, in the month that we've streamed. I mean, hell, we're back on Twitch for the first time tonight. So that's pretty good, in my opinion. Pretty good. Zero Kai's says, I think I heard your knees crack. Yeah. Aaron says, damn, was that your back cracking? No, it's my knees. My knees always crack, like I said. He says, I think I heard his knee pop. Jesus. And then Lorenz says, I can feel my knees aching from here. Wow, you guys are brutal. Kelvin says, hey, you kids. What's going on, Kelvin? Good stuff. All right, excellent. All right, now that we've got the field monitor up, let's get to camera 2. All right. Let's get comfortable here. Let's get the visor on, and let's get you guys caught back up. Yeah. So earlier today, on the early stream, we got everything duplicated. I stayed up overnight and got these all duplicated, the layers and everything like that. These are all, you know, looking really quite nice and everything. Is that? Yeah, that's one of the ones that I outline scribed and all. So that's looking really good there, and very happy with that. And so I got all 4 pretty much duplicated. I just need to do outline scribes on 2 other pieces. We're gonna let those kind of marinate at this point. You know, because I already showed it on today's stream. So if you're interested in it, just go back to that. So I think what we'll do is we'll kind of change pace a little bit here. One of the things that I really want to work on are the shoulders, right? The shoulder armor and all of that, and detail these up. And I have some ideas, and I don't know if they're going to work out or not, but I want to at least give it a shot, right? So yeah, here's the Hyaku Shiki shoulder and everything. So first things first, let's strip this guy down and get him disassembled. Now let me
kind of get myself refamiliarized with exactly how to break this guy down, because I do not remember. And I don't want to break anything. Alright, so there's the outer armor. That just pops right off. So that's pretty easy there. Come on. There we go. Alright, so there's that, right? And I'm guessing this top piece just pops off too. Yeah. Yep. Alright, there's that. And then... Alright, so... Looks like we gotta take this guy off here. There we are. And then... Yeah, it looks like this now should split. Get our parts separator in here and get it started. There we are. Okay. And I'm not too concerned about the inner, you know, this inner part here, this inner seam, because you're never going to see it under the armor. The armor's never going to come off, so I'm not overly worried about that. But man, this thing is being stubborn here, and I think there we go. We got it. Come on. There we are. All right. So there's the shoulder connection, and then here is this bit here, and that should just pop off, right? Come on. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. There we go. All right, so there's that. And then, let's see, these little red bits, yep, those just pop off too. There we are. All right, cool. Good deal. All right, so get these last little pieces off of here. And there we are. All right, so we've got everything broken down. We'll refer back to this kind of as our reference and everything, right? So we don't really need to do anything, especially with the inner armor or the inner frame pieces. We don't need to do anything with these red pieces or anything, so we're really just kind of focusing on the armor itself, right? All right. So what I'm thinking is this. I wanted to try, I don't know if this is going to be possible or not now that I'm looking at it. I'd have to do some heavy modifications. Oh, do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? I don't know. All right. I'm going to have to rethink this, because kind of what I was thinking is like, since this is like a speed type of inspiration, like a sports car-ish kind of theme, what I was thinking is to put like almost like a rail, you know, kind of coming down this side here and then wrapping around here and then back down the other side, almost to sort of emulate like a kind of like a roll cage almost, you know. But now that, you know, I kind of see the dimensions of this thing, I don't know if that's going to be possible. Because, I mean, it's... the tubing that I would have to use would have to be at least 2 millimeter, right? Yeah, at least. At least. Let me... Oh, I had some metal, kind of some thicker, bendable, like aluminum rods, right? And I can't for the life of me remember where I might have put those. I might have even thrown them away, honestly, because I had never used them before. You know what I mean? And I had no intention of using them at the time. But now that I need them, well, hindsight's 20/20, right? Hindsight's 20/20. Let me check here. Nothing there. Let me check down here. Let's see. Yeah, shit. Nothing there either. All right. One more. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I tossed them. I mean, they were super inexpensive, so I'm not, like, heartbroken over it. But they would have come in handy right now. I won't lie. Let me just make sure. Hang on. Just moving furniture around. Don't mind me. All right, let's see. Are they over here anywhere? No. Nah, those things are gone. All right. Well, shit. Well, that solves that. All right. So, I think I'm going to scrap that idea, honestly. And that may be for the better, you know. That may be for the better. What I might do is just detail the shoulders up and make them look good. Let's explore this, yeah? All right, so here's obviously the assembled shoulder. Let's see kind of what we could do at this point, right? So one thing I definitely want to do is get this section right here. Basically put a panel line right down that contour, because it just makes sense at this point. Let's see. I'm just kind of spitballing here, kids, so don't mind me. Yeah, maybe just that type of separation there. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So, okay. What I might do, rather than use a round bar, so Handren, you're kind of, yeah, cut in half 4 ways, attach at least 2 millimeter strip in a cross fashion. Huh? Is that toward me? I don't know. Anyway, instead of instead of using tube. See, now that I see it, we might be able to pull that off. Or we pivot and let's see. If we pivot, no, that's too thick. I had some 2mm. Here we go. Some 2mm strip, right? See, that's not too thick, right? That's not too thick. Like, so basically cut this end at an angle, meet the angle there. Run that right kind of through the middle of this exposed surface. And then wrap it around like that. That would look kind of cool. Yeah, I think that would look kind of cool. Okay. Let's explore this. Yeah? Let's explore this. Let's see. I just kind of cut an angle. Oh shit, was that dead on? Yeah, that was dead on. First time. Hey-oh. Alright. So, right there. And then... let's see. Square off one end. Alright, so we got our strip right there like that, right? And then we can wrap this thing around. Yeah, I think that would look sick. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. All right, plan of action then. So, we need to think about order of operations here. All right. Let's get the shoulder back together temporarily. And we just need kind of the outer bits here. Just like that, and just like that. We just need those kind of not held into place, you know, super securely, but just enough to, you know, get the idea. And all right, so now we have our boundaries. So how close is it when it's... all right, so yeah, so that's pretty close when it's all fully assembled. So that's pretty good, actually. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. So, with that, let me just mark the boundaries of this armor here. Just like that. Alright. Alright. Cool. So there we got the marks on either side for the boundaries, right? That's where that front and back shoulder armor kind of start to overlap that piece. So, perfect. Okay. So now let's get some plastic cut, and we're gonna start to kind of work through this here. So, let's see. What is this angle? Is that 45? It's not 30, that's for sure. Where's the other? There it is. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's just a fucking 45-degree angle. All right, that couldn't be easier then. Sweet. Oh, that's the wrong side. That's the side we want. There we go. Okie doke. So now, put this in the chopper and boom. We got our perfect 45-degree angle. Let's double check just to be on the safe side. Nope, that is completely wrong. So was that 60? Yeah, that was 60. Shit. Okay, my bad. So we got to get this one in here, and then that is going to give us the proper angle. Measure twice, cut once, right? There we go. That's what we want. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okie dokie. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to glue this strip to run. We're going to glue this strip to run right up against this edge here, right? Underneath this little gap here, that's kind of an exposed area that, you know, you can see through to the inner frame and everything. So I definitely want to leave that exposed. Like I said, I want this to look kind of like railing almost, you know, like guardrail, you know, type of thing. So that's the idea at this point. That's the idea, right? Sorry, just looking at the Twitch thingy over here, just making sure we're good. All right, so we've got this cut. Let's get proper angle on this. Boom. And then what we'll do is we will just chop that so we don't get confused on which is the side that actually gets attached, you know, to the shoulder and all. Now is this still long enough? No, it's not long enough anymore. No, that fucking figures. All right, so it's not the right side. This is the right side here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this fairly proud of the actual shoulder, right? And so there we have our first piece. Get that cut. Let's duplicate 4 pieces here. There's 2. Three. And boom, 4. All right, cool. So now one thing to keep in mind when you're doing stuff like this, when you're doing, you know, plating and strapping, as this is basically what this is a strapping method, because we're essentially taking strips and strapping over different surfaces, right? So the thing that you have to keep in mind is that, especially with this angled surface here, it's not going to be 2mm that we have to use here. It's going to be something thicker, because since this is cut at an angle, there's going to be more surface area exposed. So we're going to have to figure that out once we get to that point. But first and foremost, let's get these applied to the shoulder piece and kind of see what we got, you know? because there's only one way to find out, and that's to fuck around. So that's what we're gonna do. Anyway, let's get that loaded up in there. Get some super glue on this guy. Alright, first piece going down. Make sure that's parallel with the top of the shoulder armor, because that's important. Alright. Good there. Alright, let's kick that with a little activator here. Very good. Very good. Alright, so next, I'm going to do the other side here. And we want to make sure the orientation, so this is glue side. Yep, there we go. This is top side, this is glue side. Okay. All right, those look parallel, so that's great. Placement looks good. Just applying some pressure there. We're gonna kick this side too. Bloop. And bloop. There we go. All right, we're gonna give that a few seconds to cook. Let's get caught up with the chat, yeah? Let's see. Michael Dawson, he has a question for us.
We have a question.
Mikey says, yesterday night I found some putty magic I forgot I had and never opened it. What are your thoughts on the putty? Putty magic. I never heard of it, Mikey. Is it like two-part, like epoxy putty or something like that? Like, I don't know. Putty magic? Well, let me look it up. It's the beauty of the internet, right? Putty magic, right? Why's my keyboard? Oh, there goes my fucking hell. What's up with my keyboard? I think my keyboard's dying on me here. Oh my, it's definitely lagging, that's for sure. Holy crap, what the hell? Alright. I just turned it off. Turning it back on. Let's see if we have any better luck here. This is stupid. There we go. Or not. Might have to change. Fuck, come on. Oh, maybe the batteries are dying. That's probably the case. I haven't changed these batteries in like forever. Yeah. That's probably more what's happening at this point. Well, Mikey, we tried here, buddy. I'm sorry. But I don't think the old girl's gonna do this here. Yeah, it's dead in the water. My keyboard's dead in the water. Oh well, screw it. Let's see. Handren wants to know lacquer-based putty. He says, I don't know. Yeah. And it says one main problem the older master grade kits have is that they have big heads compared to their shoulders, which the newer master grades fixed. Yeah, I think the shoulders are fine in terms of the sizing. Let's see, Drunken Barbarian Workshop. He says, you know, when you've cut a million strips of plastic sheet, when you can cut an angle dead on without measuring it. Yeah, dude, like, and that's just kind of something that I've gotten over the years is like, kind of like, you know, my awareness of cutting different angles and cutting different lengths of strip and stuff like that. Like I can almost tell you dead on, like, oh, that's 3mm or that's 2.5 or whatever, you know. You get used to it after a while. So it's not like a superpower or anything. It's just something that, you know, practice, you know. So Giovanni says, I just masked a few parts. I think I overdid it with the scribing. Now that I'm masking, I think the suit is going to be enough part separation to make it look like a clown. Wow. Dude, I mean, there's only one way to find out, right? And mind you, you don't have to paint every panel a different color. Remember that, you know? So if you think that you went overboard on the panel line scribing, diminish the amount of, you know, color separation at that point and use a lot more of one color. And then that will kind of make everything a lot more subtle at that point. So yeah, Mikey, you got this. Don't worry about it. Julie says, get to the shopper, right? Almanac says, measure once, cut. Oh crap. Yeah, basically. Henry says, I'm in PA now. Freaking gloom and doom and rain all day. Yeah, it's been raining here. It's shitty. Michael Dawson says, I think. LOL. Hander says, maybe RAM is being overused. Yeah, if the RAM was being overused, I'd see a lot other behavior. Everything would slow down to a crawl, but yeah, everything's real snappy and all that. It's just the typing. So I think the batteries are dying. I haven't changed the batteries in this thing in years. So it's not surprising if the batteries are kind of on their last leg at this point. So yeah. Let's see. Brandon says, like the scene in Ocean's 11, you lose focus for 1 second in this game for 1 second. Right? Briggsy says, with you posting on TikTok, maybe try streaming there before Kick. Can never beat the plug-in keyboard. Yeah. I hate, in this environment, I hate the plug-in keyboards, you know, the wired keyboards. I like my Logitech wireless deal here so much, and it's lightweight, and I can just move it out of the way if I need to, and yeah, it spoiled me, you know. Brandon says, like Ocean's 11 and batteries, you lose focus in this game for 1 second, right? Henry says, you got a bigger head now, which is the old Zeta Plus head compared to the 2.0 shoulder. It's bigger than the 2.0 Hyaku Shiki head. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a little bit bigger, but I don't think it's an issue. I think the shoulders are perfectly sized for the head. I have no issue with it. Briggsy says, my problem with the newer kits is that they try to make them out of too many pieces and they break easier. Yeah, that can happen. That does happen, right? That does happen. Lorenz has a question.
We have a question.
He says, what's a weird / unique mech design that you actually like? For me, it's the, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, from Metal Gear. The Cublé is cool. I like the Cublé.
And I like the amphibious. The amphibious Xeon suits, like, just grow on you like a fungus. The Zagok, the Gog, the Zoc, all of the Og, different, all of those. The one with the frickin' boomerangs with the big hands. I think is that the Zoc? I forget. Anyway, the one that was in Gundam Unicorn when they were raiding Torrington Base. There, when the basically got their shit kicked in by that. What is it? The custom. The custom mobile suit that jumped out of the fucking warehouse and just shit kicked them. Oh, I can't remember now. I can't remember the name of it. It wasn't the Gabfly. Oh, what was that? I'm sure somebody will fucking remind me. But yeah, those were, all the amphibious ones are fucking dope. Like, I loved it. Zogok, thank you, Lelouch. I appreciate that. Yeah, like, all the weird amphibious ones. I don't know. I never liked them at the beginning. And then, like I said, they kind of grow on you like a fungus. So, yeah. I'd love to get a Zagok Master Grade or a GOG. Either one of those. And really do some funky customizations to it. That would be dope. Yeah. That would be really cool. So, Escaflowne. That was a good design. Yeah. That was a good design. Briggsy says Zone of the Enders kits are weird looking. True. Lorenz says, you know what? That is a shocker considering you build humanoid mobile suits, Tim. Right? I don't know. But yeah, I like the amphibious ones. Master Grade Hygog. Oh god, now I don't know which is which. Like, I can't keep the damn names fucking... Which one is the Hygog? Oh, now the keyboard wants to work. You fucker. Oh yeah, the Hygog. That was awesome in 0080. Yeah, the Hygog. Holy crap. Hell yeah. I've seen people, I've seen Japanese modelers do some wicked customizations with some of these amphibious mobile suits. And like, when I mean wicked, I mean like bordering on fucking evil. Like, these things are so crazy. So, yeah. The Jehudi. Oh, shit, yeah. I remember that. That was what, Zone of Enders? Was it Zone of Enders? I forget. Anyway, Jehudi is basically Metal Gear Ray. Yeah, right. Chris Reniger says, I actually got a model Escaflowne in my backlog. See? Escaflowne was awesome back in the day. Colin Mack is with us. He says, Hygog is the GOAT. Yeah. Hygog is a sweet-ass design. No lies. No lies told. Henry says, Hygog needs a master grade like yesterday. Don't know why Bandai is dragging their ass on it. Right? I mean, we've got the Zagok, we've got the GOG. Why not a Hygog? Like, unless the size of it is prohibitive, but you produced the O and the perfect Zeong in master grade. Like, come on. You've produced big models before. Shit, you have a Deep Striker, for Christ's sakes, in master grade. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Chris says, Hygog is awesome. Hell yeah. Briggsy says, I got a master grade GOG on my desk. Haven't started it yet. I like the way it looks. Also, the AK guy. Yeah, same thing. Charles over there on Twitch, he says, well, time for me to go to bed, night all. Charles, thank you, buddy. Welcome back to Twitch. All right, good stuff. Fuck it, I'll take an RE 100 high gog. Yeah, whatever we can get, man. Loren says I guess turn A or turn X, one of them, is a sleeper for me. Didn't really like it until I saw Zach's review of the high grade. I don't really like the turn A very much, but I do like the turn A Kai a lot. I think that's a superior design, quite frankly. Yeah. Chris says another cool one, but basic, the cancer from Gundam Wing. Yeah, yeah. It is a bit basic. I won't lie. It is a bit basic. I think we need. Is it the Shin? Is that what I'm thinking of? It's probably the one I'm thinking of. The better redesign of the Turn A. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Sorry, Lorenz. Yeah, I think it's the Shin version of the Turn A. I like it a lot better. It's a lot better design. No disrespect, to the OG Turn A, but yeah, I think the Turn A Shin is a superior design. So, yeah, from Build Fighters. Okay, yeah. That's the one. That's the one I was thinking of. For some reason, I thought it was the Kai, but no, it's the Shin. Okay. Anywho, all right. Briggsy says, I'd love a high GOG master grade kit. Love a kit of the carrier from the beginning of 0080. Love to get a master grade Leo too. Oh, dude. Leos would be cool. A Mercurius and V8. That would be cool. That would be really cool. All right. Back to work. Let's go. Anywho, let's check our work and see if this lines up at all. Just at all. Just even the littlest bit of lining up. Oh, get back on there, you son of a bitch. Alright, let's take that off here. Get this top armor pressed on. And then, let's see what we've got. Not terrible. I think what I'm gonna have to do for the other one when I glue the other one, I'm gonna have to put these on and basically, kind of partially assemble this thing, because there's about a 0.5 millimeter of space between those two, and I don't like that, so I'll go back and, glue in a little 0.5 millimeter strip in there, but, it is what it is. So, all right, cool. But these two side strips, those are really, really nice and parallel. So good stuff there. All right, let's get these trimmed down. Okay, so now we can take this top armor off and work specifically on this, right? So there are heavy bevels along the sides here that we have to take into consideration. So I'm going to trim these back, and we're going to basically strap around these bevels. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. All right, so we've got these kind of clipped back as much as I'm comfortable with. So now we'll get these trimmed to the bevel. All right, looking pretty good.
All right, very nice. Okay, so let's get that super nice and even. Nice. Okay, perfect. I don't have to do anything more there. That is... yeah, that's perfectly flush. Excellent. All right, so now work on this side, and then I'll show you what I mean by strapping over. So, for those of you not familiar, one of my big inspirations when I was kind of first getting into Gundam modeling was a Japanese modeler who was regularly in Hobby Japan by the name of Motu Asumi. And he was my absolute favorite scale modeler back in the day, and he doesn't do much anymore, unfortunately. He's on Twitter, but he hardly ever posts, because I do follow him on there. But what he did is he essentially kind of brought the whole kind of strapping technique, to the forefront, and he kind of perfected it. And that's kind of where I learned, the technique from. And so basically what strapping is it's a strip of plastic, just, going around a piece and following the contours of it. So if there's a bevel here, like there is, we trim back to that bevel to match it, and then we wrap or strap around the bevel with a piece of another piece of plastic, and then just keep going around until we get to where we want the thing to end. So I've done a lot of that in the past, and Motu Asumi, definitely look him up. He's the one that made a lot of the... Hey yo, look at that! Hey yo, Juno, man, look at you. Welcome to the Mecha Army, Juno. You get one of these, buddy. Yes, sir. Look at that. Grunt level, too. I love it. Hell yeah. Look, you got the banner, you got the badge. Man, that's a good look on you, bud. That's a good look on you. Thank you, Juno. I appreciate you. Hell yeah. Look at this. Brandon with the spamming of the Mecha Army, right? Juno says, oh, thanks, man. I've been a long-time fan. It's the least I could do. Brother, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, and look at this. He's got the Gundam smileys. I made those. I made those. I thought it was dumb as shit, but I was just like, you know what? People are gonna like these. People are gonna like them. There we go. Awesome. Juno, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I really, really do. I really, really do. Ooh, Brandon, with the clutch comment here, he says, strapping is not as easy as it seems. Haha, deceptively hard. Yeah, right? It is deceptively hard because, and this is the thing, right? So here's the rub of this particular piece, right? So this is 2mm strip, right? And it's 2mm up and down this way, right? But since we cut it at an angle, it's no longer 2mm at this angle. This is now probably around 2.5 or so. Yeah, right around 2.5. So to accurately get this to look right, we can't use 2mm. We have to use 2.5mm on this bevel now. And then to transition up here, we're probably going to have to use something else. So, yeah. The geometry of strapping is what really kind of kicks you in the ass, right? And I learned that the so hard way back in the day when I first attempted the technique, right? Um, but I'll tell you what, man, Motu Asumi, that's my fucking boy right there. He was the one that, if you remember, the what was it? The customized goofs, the crows, right? And then he did the two customized DOMs, the Goblin Brothers, and then he also did some really highly customized ground GMs, the Mad Dogs. And he also did some other ones. I forget. He did some red mobile suits that was in Hobby Japan, and I can't for the life of me remember what they were. But yeah, that's who made those, Motu Asumi. And I'll tell you what, just absolute inspiration to me. I just fell in love with his work. Just yeah, to me it was perfection, right? Hang on one second. Let me see if I can find an example of his work here. Let's see. Here's the Gundam Weapons, the Guff edition. I don't know if his is in here or not, but I would love to show you guys an example of his work because it is so fucking good. Okay, well, here's an example of his work. And this one is very vanilla. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is super vanilla, like kind of straight build. But it's just super clean. You know what I mean? So right here is kind of an example of his strapping technique, right? He outline scribed that. He's got the three little signature, kind of triangular hole type of details in there. Just very traditional stuff. So this was more of a very vanilla version of what he's done. I want to try to find one of the really customized. Here we fucking go. The Phantom Crow. That's the name of it. Yes. Here we are. And all the goodness of his techniques and everything. So here you go. Let me try to... There we go. The Phantom Crow 00. He made like 3 more of these. He made like an entire freaking squad of these things, right? But you can see... Where's my little pointer? Here we go. You can see, especially right here, that kind of strapping technique, right? And then if we move down here, right along that kind of crotch armor, and then here again on the knee armor, that's all strapping technique. That's all strapping. So I wonder if I can find the Dom, the Goblin. They were called the Goblin Brothers, right? And they were these kind of twin mobile suits, and they were highly customized, and they were had these crazy melee weapons and stuff. All right, so here, all right, the Gundam Weapons, the Dom edition. Let me see if we got it in here, maybe. Here we go. This is, okay, so this is his Char's version. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, okay. This is actually a good example. Oh, sweet. And he's got the unpainted pictures here too. So, all right. So here's his Char's Dom, right? Very, very highly detailed, customized, the whole 9 yards. And the more important, there we go, is right here, kind of the raw looking bits. Now, right on the back skirt here, there, that is all strapping. He's got these wrapped around edges and everything. And yeah, just perfect. And the way that he presents them is super, super subtle because they're just painted the same color as the back skirt, right? Like you can't even see because of the fucking glare, right? Let's see if we can zoom. Yeah, you can't even see it because of the goddamn glare, but they're there. Right, oh, there we go, right there at the bottom, and you can see there's a height difference because you can see the shadow along that, right? So that's a good example of his strapping technique. Now, let me see, because I really want to try and find the Goblin Brother models here, and I don't know if they're in this or not, and if they're not, we'll just, give up and move along, but if they are in here, I would love to show them to you because they were super, super inspirational, to me, kind of coming up in the hobby and everything, but yeah, they're not in here. Oh, well, fuck it. So we tried, but yeah, so you can kind of see that, get in there. What's this one here? This is the 1 Year War one. I don't think he went back that far. Yeah, I don't see any of his work in here. Ah, crap. Oh well. We tried. But yeah, go look him up. Motu Osumi. Motoosumi. Osumi? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, dude. He was really freaking good. He's really freaking good. Henry says, not hard if you know what you're doing. Loren says, was he the one that uses the nano blocks as connectors? No. He, like I said, Moto Asumi was strictly in, like, Hobby Japans and stuff. So, yeah. Brandon says, I tried strapping around a high-grade Virtue's legs. I still have it pictured in my head, but I couldn't get the angles looking right. Yeah, and that's the hard part, is just getting everything lined up, He says, it's one of those things that looks simple, but those who know. Yeah. Loren says, I like that arm integrated Gatling gun. Oh yeah, on the Phantom Crow. Yeah, freaking crazy. Briggsy says, talking about the Goof, need a 2.0 of the Goof custom. Yeah, that's, I think, long overdue. It's so popular too, I think that's, yeah, way long overdue. Let's see. Henry says, too many of them, in my opinion, turn the Dom into a leather handbag. Again, different taste, Handren. Different taste. There we go. Thank you, Julius. Motu Osumi. It's actually Osumi with a U at the in his last name. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, Julius pretty much got it. Julius pretty much got it. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Super, super inspirational to me. Like I said, he kind of, his techniques, his overall style was really kind of the basis for mine. Kind of coming up and everything. So, yeah, just super, super inspirational stuff. And the style was just, it screamed to me. So, yeah, it wasn't hard to gravitate toward that at all. At all. Okay, looking pretty good. We're gonna get in here. So I think the angle on the plastic strip is a little odd there. There we go. I think we're getting it now. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, okay, cool. So there's that. Now, we need to find 2.5. Now, again, this is 2, so we can't... Let's clean this up here real quick. I don't think this will be enough for this angle, but let's double check. Yeah, see, that's going to be, strapping this around at this angle is going to expose the bottom here. It's not exactly what we want, but honestly, we could cut that. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to end up trimming that afterwards. So get a couple pieces of this clipped off there, and then we'll apply that around these bevels and continue on with this. Okay, so there's that. Okay. And what we're doing is we're lining up top to top here. Let's get that. Get that kicked. There we are. All right. We'll do the same thing to the other side here. And when doing this, you want to use a good amount of super glue, because the super glue will act as a filler, and help with... oh, did I just fuck that up? No, thank you. Okay, cool. Whoo, boy. Alright, that looks nice and even. Alright, cool. This is such a weird kind of play of angles that we're dealing with here, because we're dealing with different bevels and all that, and it's yeah, it's a bit complicated. So, alright. So we'll let the other side kind of cure and kick, and we'll get this side trimmed up here. And with this technique, I mean, you're basically cutting the majority of plastic off of here, off of the bevels and everything, right? Because we just want them to add the thickness around the bevel. We don't want this to be square because we want this to wrap around everything, you know? So that's the crucial part of all this. Okay. All right. So basically there's our kind of uncut bevel straps, right? Wrapping around there. Those look nice and symmetrical, even. We're good. Excuse me. So let's get caught up just real quick. Hanron says, once I get an empty cement bottle, I'm gonna pour the CA glue into it and apply it with the small brush. I think that would make it more practical. I mean, if the glue, if the brush doesn't harden up, hopefully it doesn't. Got to be quick with it, obviously. Michael says, hopefully I'm feeling better tomorrow. I can give my ideas in my head form on the Hyaku. I just have zero strength and motivation right now. Plus my eye sockets are killing me. Dude, go rest. Yeah, Handren, thank you. Rest, man. Fuck's sakes. And Brandon has a good idea. Lots of zinc. Well, not lots, but a good, recommended daily dosage of zinc. Because that'll help. Trust me, it helps. And rest up. Yeah, feel better, dude. Mike Dawson says, I'm hardworking. I'm a hardworking factory worker. Rest is not in my vocabulary. Jesus Christ. All right, Mikey. All right. Fair enough. We tried. We tried. All right. So the next part of this is we're going to even everything up here with these bevel connections, right? So the first thing is to get it even with the outside strips first. And we have to get this really, really clean. And that's, like I said, the good part about super glue is that it helps to fill in any gaps that you may have overlooked. It's great. It is, in my opinion, the perfect filler. All right, we are looking pretty good. Just shaving the littlest little bit there. Yeah, perfect. That's really good. Okay, so now let me show you. Let's get super zoomed in on this because I want to show you. I want to show you the geometry of this thing, right? So let's see. Okay, see right there, right underneath here, right. Get it back in camera. Where are you? Right there. Right? You see that little bit poking out. And that's where the geometry is dicking us, right? So basically what we need to do is use this piece right here, this bevel strap, as a guide, put our hobby knife right at the bottom of that, and just kind of trim that little edge off a bit. There we go. Much, much better. Much, much better. And we'll do the same thing to this side here too. Excellent. That's clean. That's clean. Really good. Really, really good. All right. So we're even on this side. We're looking good there. Now what we need to do is get this side evened up. We're just going to start hacking plastic here because we got this nice big surface area. There we go. We got this nice big surface area here to use as a guide, right? So we can just use, come on now, our hobby knife and just kind of run that parallel with that surface. And then once we got it pretty close, we can come back in here with the file and just really, you know, smooth everything out. But right now we're just going to try to get it as close as possible. There we go. All right. Perfect. Very good, very good, very good. All right. Yeah, and it's still a little high, but like I said, we'll come back with the file and just run over that whole surface, and that'll even everything up. So that's, yeah, it's not hard. That side was a lot easier. All right, cool. All right, so now we've got pretty much everything. You can kind of see how that evens up with the surface there, right? Good stuff. And then now we'll just get our little God hand file here and just kind of go to town. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to get this file in here first because I feel like with this we have a little bit better control initially for leveling this plastic and all. Yeah, much better. Yeah, we're getting there. All right, so now I think the God hand comes into play. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Yep, that's looking good. Very nice. Very nice. That's super, super smooth all the way across. All right, so now let's see if we can get away with 2 mil here. Yeah, we could probably get away with it. Is it going to be perfect? Probably not, but we can get away with it. And we can trim the pieces back a little bit, and I think that'll look fine. Let me see if I can find 2.5. I think this strip is 2.5. Let me double check here. Yeah, this is 2.5. Let me compare. Let me compare. Man, all right. So yeah, we may want to go 2.5 then, because that just is matching up. All right. Let me see if I have. I don't know if I have a 1 by 2.5 in here. I don't know if they make that. And if they do, I don't know if I have that. Let's see. Let's see. 6.3, 3.2. What do we got in here? Ah, hey, 2.5. Bingo. Sweet. All right. Well, excellent. Let's get a couple piece out of there. Perfect. All right. Back to it. Back to it. All right. So now we got our 2.5. And yeah, that matches up very nicely. All right. One thing I forgot to do is trim this side here. So let's get that done first. Very nice. Very nice. Okie dokie. So, just take the little needle file. Just even that up a bit. Yeah. Buttery smooth. Buttery smooth. Good deal. All right, perfect. So now we need to apply this over the top. Let's get this cut to length here. And we'll overhang this on both sides, so I'm not very worried about proper length or angles or cuts on this at all, because we're going to be trimming this on both sides. Okay, so I'm looking at the corners and I'm looking at the angles, and that, as long as I meet the top corners of the beveled pieces, then we are parallel with the bevel on the actual armor. So that's perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Okay. All right. So placement is key. And there we are. Very good. All right. So a lot of super glue squeezed out. So we're going to try to get as much off of here as possible, which is easier said than done. All right, there we go. Well, that'll have to do. Let's kick this. And there we go. All right, let's let that sit and let's get caught up in the chat. All right, let's see. What time is it? Holy shit, it's already 11:48. What the hell? Where'd the time go? Holy shit, you guys. Okay. 11:48. My God. All right, let's get caught up here real quick. Holy crap. Brennan says, I'm sure a small silicone paint pot and just a little CA glue in at a time. I use the dollar store cheap kid brushes, black plastic bristles. Usually get a brush to last a session before it's shot. Nice. Michael Dawson says, "Bruhs, you ain't my dad's, LOL." But yeah, I'm going to sleep. Good night. Michael, take care of yourself, buddy. Come on now. Brandon says, I also cut a piece of photo etch metal to the shape of the CA glue applicators they sell. It works fantastic for accuracy, putting tiny amounts of CA glue. Yeah, and honestly, like what I'll do sometimes is use like a little scrap piece, and you guys have seen the palette, you know, scrap plastic and everything that I use sometimes too. So yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of ways, but sometimes the old school ways are the best. Henry says, I like the cheap Hobby Lobby chisels to apply CA. Never seen them. He says, like the wood handle ones? He says the all metal ones. They sell a set of them for like $5 or $6 if I'm not mistaken. They can be used to mold epoxy putty as well. I mean, number one, I don't go into Hobby Lobby all that much because one's not really relatively close, but yeah. Easy to clean off CA. Yeah. Brandon says, "Ah, got ya." Spinner 1969 push pins work for fine work as well. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Where's that one? Yeah, here we go. this, so here we go. Let's go camera 2 and I'll show you what this is, right? So this right here is an old school pin vise, right? This was probably my first pin vise that I used. You put the little drill bits in there and you know, everything. But what I have, I put a needle, just like a, you know, closed needle, like a pin in there, cut the head off of it and put it in here. And this works really, really well, you know, for just little itty bitty applications and stuff like that. You know, like I've said on other streams, you have to be real careful with the amount of surface area when it comes to super glue, you know, because a smaller surface area is basically the perfect kind of situation for the super glue to fail, because super glue is brittle. So for very, very small applications, that's why I always use kind of a solvent-based glue. So when I went to put on this little detail, this little guy right here, right? I put that on with Plastic Magic, and then also on the weapon, if you guys remember, this little piece down here, that's also done with Plastic Magic. So I wasn't gonna risk that popping off, you know, especially after it's painted. Like, oh shit, that would be bad. Yeah, in small surface area applications, solvent glue is going to be better at that point. So Lelouch says, I am back. What did I miss? Not much, man. We're strapping plastic around the top shoulder piece. So we're going to see how that looks here in a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. Henry says, one thing I noticed, Gorilla Glue is some strong shit applied to plastic. Their super glue, that is. Yeah, they have, the Gorilla Glue super glue has an additive in it. And it's basically like some sort of rubberized additive or something like that, if I remember seeing. So it basically made it to where the super glue wasn't as brittle as it, you know, normal CA is. You know, once that's dried, it's not like super, you know, rigid and hard. Like, you can still kind of press your thumbnail into it and stuff like that. So, yeah, I never really cared for the Gorilla Glue, the super glue, all that much. So, because of that reason, but that's just me. Lelouch says, I finally started my 1/100 high grade Wing Zero. Hazaki, using your old project as inspiration. Nice. Our friend Min Chow is with us. What's going on? He says, how are things going? So far, so good. Yeah, we're just we're working on the top shoulder piece and just strapping some plastic strip over this thing. So, yeah. Yep. Let's see. Lorenz says, any proportion changes on the Shiki, Tim? No, I'm not going to do proportion changes on this thing, especially with it being the first project out of the gate. Trust me, we're going way over what I had planned anyway. So, yeah. Let's see. Henry says, it seems CA has a bit of a problem filling tiny holes, especially if the viscosity is lower. Sure. Tim, believe me, the one I'm using is rock hard using the kicker. Fair. I used it on the Zeta head and almost fucked up the right side of the head trying to sand it off. Oh, geez. Gotcha. Let's see. All right. So, Prasanna Pala? I think that's how it's pronounced. Yeah, they said, I just realized Unicorn Gundam chest looks like Metal Gear Rex. I cannot unsee it now. Right? Oh shit, that's good. That's pretty good. All right,
you guys, let's get back to this. Kicker is all dry and glue is all cured at this point. We can kind of continue on at this. Right. So that looks good. Just inspecting kind of our work here. I like the angles. Everything matches up. Yeah, placement was good. Placement was really good with this. I'm very, very happy with that. All right, cool. All right. So, clip all... Get out of there. Clip all that off. And we've got a nice, solid piece now. And then... let's get this properly trimmed up here. It's not going to take a lot on that side. This side is going to be a little bit more. Here we go. Very nice. All right. So we got those sides trimmed up. We're going to bevel heavy bevel these here in a minute, but let's get this super glue squeeze out cleaned up here, because it's a bit of a mess, because that kicker made it spread like wildfire. So we need to get this squeeze out trimmed off of here. That made a good old mess right here, but that's part of the territory. There we go. There we go. Now it's coming loose. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting it. Now we're getting it. It's biting into that super glue now, and it's coming off. You can see the shavings that we got off of this thing, because it spread like crazy once we hit it with that kicker, and that happens. That does happen sometimes, and yeah, it just wanted to spread like crazy. All right, so we got that. Now we need to cut this and match this with this angle here, while trying not to cut myself. Very good. Very good. All right, same thing on the other side here. That was a little bit easier. That was a lot easier, actually. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now we've
got the glue essentially cleaned off the top here. Let me just kind of just scrape this down. Just to make sure we're looking good. There we are. Yeah. Good, good, good. All right. And just a little bit here on this bevel. Come on, you. There we are. Same thing on this side. There we are. Cool. All right, good. All right, so now we got to clean up the top section here. That's actually not too bad now that I look at it. It's just kind of glazed over. Actually, what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna run this 0.7 chisel right in the corner. And there, you can see it's coming right off. This is kind of one of my favorite techniques to use when removing super glue from a surface, because it gets it really clean. There we are. Very nice. All right. Yeah, real good. Just scraping that surface down there, and that's real nice and clean. Real nice and clean now. All right, good, good, good. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. And we can start shaping this, but as you can see, strapping is a bit of work, or at least it can be. If you're just going over a right angle or something like that, it's not that hard, but going at these weird angles like this, yeah, it's a bit in depth. It's a bit in depth. This corner's getting nice and clean. And we're going to outline scribe this, so it's going to clean up any stray bits and stuff there too, and separate everything, so we'll make this look nice. 0.7 down for a few seconds and get the big 3 millimeter chisel here just to try and get all that super glue off the top of this piece here. That looks good. All right. Kind of got a bit of a mess right here in this corner, but we're getting it. Just got to nibble away at it, basically. There we go. There we go. All right. Very good. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So now we just want to get all of the surfaces kind of evened up and cleaned and everything. So I'm just going to use my little jeweler's file here and just get, just a nice straight edge here, and then we'll bevel the corners and get that in line with the main shoulder piece. But yeah, that feels pretty good, with the fingernail test and everything here. Yeah, nice and smooth. All right, perfect. Okie dokie. So now, what we've got is we've got essentially 2 right angles here, right? So we need to get that more in line with the shape of the actual shoulder piece. I'm just kind of scraping some super glue off of here. There we go. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a big old chunk out of this thing just to get it started. And that looks pretty good. Need to adjust the angle slightly. Okay, it's looking pretty nice. That's looking pretty nice. Let's go a little deeper, and then we're gonna have to clean up some of these edges here with the file and stuff, because it's not perfectly straight. check the angle and see how it matches. All right. Let's refine this here. Very nice. Very nice. All right, cool. So that matches that angle really, really well. Yeah, good deal. All right, let's get caught up real quick. What time is it? Holy shit, it's all right. It's past 12 already? Come on, man. How is it already past 12? I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, let's see. Henry says, Tim, down the line we need to do a group build of the same kit with a set of rules and a deadline. Oh God, no. No, Andrew, no. Because the reason being is because I will be slower than everybody else and I will never get it done. I'm just being honest. I will never get it done. Because whenever I've done something like that, if you guys remember the Unicorn Gundam I was working on back in the day, the slightly SD kind of preteen version of it. It was me and Chris Pabs. He finished his. I never finished mine. So yeah, I'm terrible, fucking terrible at deadlines and all of that. So yeah, y'all can do that. I'm gonna respectfully bow out because I just will never finish it, and I'll have egg on my face and it won't look good. So yeah, I'm just never good with group builds and everything. It's just, yeah, not my deal. Brandon says should do a viewer build challenge every week, like announce on Monday's stream. This week, custom build a vent piece by Friday's stream and post it in the YouTube community page. I like that, Brandon. I like that quite a lot. That's, Bill had, you remember the homework, the Gunpla homework that Bill started back on the old stream? Kind of similar to that. Yeah. Handren says, Tim, reading these comments will be lost. I mean, not yet. Then we can go over what everyone built during the stream. Yeah, I actually really like that idea. I really like that idea. Handren says, I like that, Brandon. Thinking a set kit with a month of deadline. Yeah, maybe. Like, for real, like if you guys, like viewers, if you guys wanted to bang out a group build, like I would totally support it. 100%. Post pictures, everything on my pages, like all of it. Full support. 100%. Like I said, I'm just fucking terrible when it comes to group builds and deadlines. Like me and deadlines don't work well together. So, yeah, that's just, but if you guys want to do this, I will fully support this. I love the idea. Lelouch, yeah. Showcase them on a future newsletter. Hell yeah. And I'm still working on that, by the way. So yeah, hell yeah. All of it. Like I have full support, 100% backing, everything. Yeah. Hell yeah. Brandon says, could do both. Just thinking the small challenges can help get people into scratch building and working on technique. Yeah.
I mean, whatever you guys want to do, you know, whatever you guys feel is right, I'm fully in support of. Absolutely. A deadline will prevent the likes of me going ham and taking years to finish. See, I mean, and that's my main problem. Because I mean, look at this. You see how long this takes me, right? Like, it's already 12:15, and I have no idea why it's gone 2 hours to do this, and we're not even fucking done yet, right? But that's how far in the weeds I get, and I crash out when it comes to, you know, details like this, and you know, going off on a mad tangent to, you know, fucking scratch build and, you know, kit bash a new weapon for, you know, a kit that I wasn't even gonna do that for. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I get distracted. I think that's what it comes down to. I hate it. I hate to admit that about myself, but I fucking do. I get distracted with other details that I think will be stellar. And they are, but they take me too much time. So, yeah, deadlines for me are like, let's see. Lorenz says, bedtime for me, night all. Hope you guys have a nice stream. Lorenz, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Julia says, did you end up taking a nap today, Tim? No. 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 I went upstairs. I popped 3 caffeine pills and then got to work and worked on different stuff. Worked on setting up Twitch, the badges and stuff like that, the loyalty badges and all that for, you know, the subs and all. Got the new Twitch and YouTube alerts installed into OBS, spaced and every sized and all that stuff. Went for my walk, my 2-mile walk in the fucking rain. Came back here, had to get, you know, showered up because I was completely disgusting at that point. Grocery store, come back, make dinner for me and Amber, quickly eat, and then here we are. So no, I did not take a nap. I am more than likely going to crash shortly after this stream. It's funny, like, I don't feel tired right this second, but I know as soon as we end this and the energy goes down for me, I'm gonna be like out. So I do want to try to watch The Boys series finale. But yeah. So yeah, no nap today. No nap for Timmy. This fucker. Lelouch, you slept most of the day, old timer. LOL, time passes quick. Fuck you, man. It's true, though. It's fucking true. If you guys didn't see today's stream, so what had happened was, famous first words, right? What had happened was, no, I stayed up all night last night working on stuff, creating different pieces of content and stuff like that for the stream and for the shorts and different things. And so I was up all night. Amber had her last day of school today. She's done. She is no longer in public school. She graduates next Thursday, so that'll be the complete end of it. But I wanted to be up today to, you know, see her off and take some pictures and just kind of, you know, commemorate the, you know, the occasion. And so she left at about 8:30. Stayed up until about then, sat on the couch and started watching TV. That was strikes 1, 2, and 3 right there. Next thing I know, it's 12:27. I'm looking at my phone and I'm saying, oh shit. And thankfully I had a Instagram DM from Brandon. He's like, "Where the fuck are you?" He didn't say that, but I'm just, that's kind of what I felt anyways. So I'm like, he's like, "Do you want to cancel and just go back to sleep?" I'm like, "No, dude, I'll be on." So quickly rushed down here, started up the stream, and yeah. So, yeah, it's one of those things. Brixie says, "Time flies when you're having fun." For real. He says, "Dude, my SD GM Sniper been in progress since 2018, right?" Giovanni says, I'm terrible at deadlines. That's why I don't enter contests." Yeah, same. Let's see. Julius says, "I'm patiently waiting to see how that SD GM turns out. It's a cool build." Let's see. Hendren says, "Much appreciated, Julius. Just got primed and checked for a few tiny holes here and there. Should be ready for the first shade of paint when I get back home." There you go. Brandon says, "That's why I like the idea of small challenges. Cheap, easy, fun, low barrier to entry." See? I like that. I do like that. Yeah. Hendren says, "Tim, I've been working on the Zeta head for the last 2 weeks and only done about 15%. Yeah. Let's see. Instead of caffeine pills, try the caffeine and nootropic pouches. They taste great and are a good pick-me-up." See, I can't do shit like that. I'm just popping. I'll just pop the caffeine pills. And mind you, I don't do that every single day, but like today, it was absolutely fucking needed. That got me, feeling pretty right. So, Hendren, ha ha ha, old timer. He says, "If I ever meet Tim face to face, that would be the first thing I'd be saying. Sup, you fucking old timer?" Yeah, right. God, I am an old timer now. Brandon says, "Does Amber's school do an all-night party?" It's a big thing around me. The high school throws a big all-night party, one last hurrah with fun activities. They don't. Not like those are like lock-ins, right? And yeah, they don't do that, at least at Amber's school, but they did have a nice after party after prom, and that was at like this local. It's a fitness center, but like it's massive, like fucking enormous. It's one of those fitness clubs that was like a destination type of place, right? So yeah. Chris says, "Dom." Lelouch says, "It's tiring being a good father. I run on 3 to 5 hours of sleep with my little girl and my toddler, so we get you, Tim." Yeah. And that's Amber's older. Obviously, she's 18, very self-sufficient, drives herself everywhere, all that. But yeah, I mean, I still got to make dinner, for us and everything. And I want to spend time with the kid too, like I only have 3 months with her left until she goes off to college and before I fucking move. So this is kind of the last hurrah of me being, kind of close to my kid, So I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss that a lot. So Hendren says, "More power to you, Lelouch." Yeah, 100%. Hendren says, "Tim, a brotherly advice, caffeine pills not healthy, man. Black coffee is much better and healthier." See, that's the thing. I fucking hate coffee. I despise coffee. And the caffeine pills that I have are just caffeine. And they're, I think, 100 milligrams per pill. So that's basically a cup of coffee. And I usually max 2. So I figure that's 2 cups of coffee. But yeah, coffee. Ugh, the bitterness. Ugh, I fucking can't stand it. It's disgusting to me. Brandon says, "Same, Lelouch. 4 to 6 hours of sleep is normal, and now even when the kids are at my parents' house for a sleepover, I still can't sleep." Yeah, dude. Yeah. Chris says, "Geez, she's that old now?" Yeah, dude. 18. He says, "God, I feel old all of a sudden." You and me both, Chris. Henry says, "What?" Yeah, dude. Coffee. Bleh. Yeah. Brandon says coffee is the devil's piss. Worst drink on earth. Right there with you, Tim. Yeah, I'm just, Renee loves coffee. She cannot function in the morning without her coffee. And she thinks the same thing. She thinks I'm crazy for not liking coffee. Yeah, I've tried straight coffee, like black coffee with, flavored shit, cappuccinos, espresso, the fucking shitty drinks that, Amber gets from Starbucks with all the crap in it. And it's just, nah. It's not my thing. It is not my thing. It's kind of the same thing, like, if you're talking about like, if you're talking about like buffalo wings, right? And I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but like, some people prefer blue cheese, some people prefer ranch, and the people that prefer ranch cannot stand blue cheese. Me, I fucking love blue cheese. The stinkier, the better. Like if the blue cheese doesn't smell like somebody's grandma's nasty feet, it's not good blue cheese. And the more kind of tart and sour and just kind of cutting that blue cheese is, oh my god, a good Stilton, oh, heaven. So that's the kind of the same thing with coffee. You know what I mean? It's not my bag. It's not my bag. It's like that. I can't stand beer. Ugh, beer is, god, fucking, ugh. Pour it out. Get it away from me. Disgusting. Like I'll do like hard alcohol, no problem. And that probably tastes worse, but still I like it better than beer. Beer just, ugh, terrible. Henry says, add a bit of lemon juice to it. The bitterness, ugh. Nah, man. Nah. Like, you lost me. You lost me on lemon juice into coffee. Oh, man. Nah, you lost me there, Hendren. I'm sorry. Julie says, Tim, don't worry. After 4 years of college, Amber will move back home so you can pay off her college tuition loans. Funny thing with that, right? Her grandparents, her maternal grandparents, so her mom's parents, are actually paying for her college completely. So not only is Amber spoiled, because I spoil the shit out of her, but yeah, she got a car, and she's got college paid for. So she is insanely lucky. So yeah, she's set up for after college very nicely. So she's one of few, trust me. And she knows how lucky she is, with that type of situation. So yeah. But yeah, so Amber, by then I'll be moved down to North Carolina to be with Renee. Now her mom still lives, here, probably 20 minutes from here. Wish it was farther away, but beggars can't be choosers, right? Anyway, so who knows what Amber's gonna do after that. I hope she comes down to North Carolina. I mean, that would be fucking awesome. But she'll find her own way. Lelouch says, chai is all I drink now. Coffee is expensive. Yeah. Nectar of champions. Get out of here. Chris says, can't do coffee. I like hot tea. See, and that's the other thing. Like, I can drink, like, iced tea. I can't do hot tea. Like, hot drinks in general, I can't do. I'm not into it. I'm just not into it. I always feel like drinks should be cold. And I know I'm probably, weird for saying that or whatever. So be it. Yeah, I cannot get into hot drinks. I just can't. So, Henry says black tea is the next best thing. Brandon says that's my wife. Loves coffee, hot, cold, all flavors. Can't stand it. Only time I ever drink it is when I need caffeine at work to help curb a migraine. Oh man, see, and that's like emergency situations. That's rough. Henry says, used to hate black coffee. After a bit, you get used to it, especially with a bit of lemon juice. Lelouch says, blue cheese for us cultured gents. Bingo. Chris says, never had blue cheese. Oh, buddy, you're missing out. Chris, if you like just sharp, like if you like sharp cheddar, like super sharp cheddar, or very, very sharp like Swiss cheese, or like provolone, or Parmesan, something along those lines, super, super sharp, very tart, very, very flavorful, you'll probably be into blue cheese. Yeah. Blue cheese is on another level, though, of tartness and sharpness, right? It is way, way over the line. So ease into blue cheese, but God, it's so damn good, especially with buffalo sauce. Oh my God. Yeah. Brandon says Team Ranch. Yeah, no, and trust me, Amber's the same way, and I totally get it. Like, she just smells blue cheese, and she's like, ugh. We do the same fucking thing. Lelouch says, ranch only if it's handmade and heavy on the dill. See, that's the thing. I used to really like ranch, but then I just kind of grew out of it, and now it's just like, no. Not lemonade, real lemon juice. Still, ugh, no. Brother, we are getting older by the day. We have to watch what we consume. Yeah, for the most part. Soda's the worst thing you can drink. Yeah, to each their own. It's my vice. What are you gonna do? Live happy, die young. Brandon says, gotta ask, what kind of car did she get? She got a very sensible Toyota Camry hybrid. And the thing is perfect for her. Absolutely fucking perfect for her. Especially right now with gas prices. Holy crap. The hybrid gets hundreds of miles to that, the full tank of gas. Like, she fills up maybe once every couple months. And it's a small tank too. It's like 12, 13 gallon tank. Where I've got like a 17-gallon tank on mine. And it's the perfect size for her. It's white. She loves it. And she's kind of, put up decorations and little stuffed animals in the windows and everything. And it is absolutely the perfect car for her. And she loves it. So, yeah. And it wasn't like super expensive either. But a free car is a free car. She knows exactly how, kind of lucky she is. And how spoiled she is too. So both sides, to the same coin, essentially. Tim will join the Redneck clan. Redneck clan? Yeah, I am not a redneck. Holy shit. I am the farthest thing from a fucking redneck. My father's a redneck. Talk to him. Chris says, love all that, having to do with the cheeses. Yeah. Try it, man. Try it, Chris. You might really dig it. Yeah. Julia says, my biggest vice was Pepsi. However, I gave it up after I lost 50 pounds. Damn. Nice, Julius. So now it is just plain water or carbonated water. Yeah, and mind you guys, like, yes, do I have a soda with me right now? Absolutely, because I just finished dinner and this is my one. The most I have in a day is 2. And usually it's one with dinner, right? But I'll do bottled water. Like, I get, we have, some of you may not know the grocery store chain Wegmans because it is regional.
But up here we have a Wegmans, and they're a very, very nice grocery store. They have their 24 pack of spring water, and I love spring water. I hate this, I hate filtered water. Blech, bleh, bleh. Spring water. That's where it is. I'll get the little flavor, powdered flavor packets like from Walmart or whatever. Blackberry lemonade flavor packet from Walmart. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Oh, so good. So freaking good. But yeah, I'll drink that most of the day, or either that or plain water. It depends on how I feel. Sometimes I'm in the mood for flavor, sometimes not. But yeah. Life Death Dallas, what's going on? He says, greetings, y'all. Going on my late night walk. Dude, nice. G1 Transformers is the GOAT of 80s cartoons. You're not wrong. Brandon says, nice car, safe and great on gas. Oh, hell yeah. She loves it. She absolutely loves it. Brandon, what do you drive since we're asking about cars? The 2021 Audi Q5. Damn, ballin'. Chris says, shit, my 1951 Ford is a 12-gallon fill-up every few days. 8 miles per gallon. Oh, damn. Dallas says, I drive a Ram 1500 and get 20 miles a gallon. Andrew says, dude, high class, right? With that fucking Audi. It's just funny. Giovanni says, I have to put the Emperor kit away. I need to finish masking these pieces. I want to spray German gray tomorrow. Nice, get it, Gio, get it. Tim, what's your favorite meal to eat? Oh, dude, what? Like, what is this, 20 questions for Tim? Christ. I mean, if I had to pick one, pizza. I'm a simple man. I see a pizza, I want pizza. Pizza's great. Even when pizza's bad, pizza's still good. I think we can all agree with that. Let's go camera one. We're talking here at this point and fucking working on a model. I'm just being real here, you guys. It's 12:38. We're just rambling on and shit. But I love it. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love it. But yeah, pizza. Pepperoni. Yeah, pepperoni. Maybe some Italian sausage thrown on there. Yeah. Only if it's spicy Italian sausage, like hot Italian sausage. That mild shit you can, throw to the dogs or whatever. But yeah, pepperoni, maybe some Italian sausage. If I'm feeling squirrely, maybe some bacon on there. Yeah. Or the killer combo, pepperoni, jalapeno. Yeah. If you've not tried it, you're missing out. Yeah. Pepperoni and jalapeno. Next time you order a pizza, if you're into jalapeno and pepperoni, of course, give it a try. Uncle Tim definitely endorses pepperoni and jalapeno. Try it. You'll thank me. Brandon says, just picked it up last month. I have up nice cars. I don't know. When my wife got pregnant the first time, so she could drive bigger, safer vehicles, I was driving an '08 Explorer hoopty last 6 years. Nice. Holy shit. Hoopty. Let's see. Giovanni says, my oldest is about to turn 15. My youngest is about to turn 6. All 4 of them drink coffee. Holy crap, dude. Wild. Which is not, mind you, which is not unheard of. But kids liking coffee is unique, for lack of a better word. Let's see. Lelouch
91 3000 GT. Oh, that's bringing it back. That's a deep cut. Holy shit, dude. 3000 GT. 1991, too. Holy crap, man. That actually sounds pretty fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. The 3000 GTs were mean as shit. Loved the look of those things. Even Handren's like, ooh, 3000 GT, nice, right? Right? Let's see. Chris says I do the element packs in my water. Okay, okay. I'm cheap. I just like the Walmart ones. Handren says I used to have a 240 SX with the S15 front swap. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds cool. 240 SX, I know what that is, but the rest of it, you're talking Greek. I know nothing about cars, you guys. I'm going to admit that right now to you, so you don't have any weird expectations of me. So, yeah. I don't even know how to change my own oil. I'll be real. No fucking clue. I could probably figure it out. I don't want to. Let the mechanic deal with that. I'm not doing it. And I've got a great mechanic too. He's a local mechanic, and their whole shop is stellar. At that point, I just walk in, throw the keys to him, and be like, "Take care of it." They call that a key tosser in the car industry, and those are exactly the type of customers you dream of. So, anywho. Dallas says no pineapple on the pizza. Yeah, no pineapple. Blech. No, sir. Brandon says always wanted an RX-7 or an NSX. Oh, right. But that dream fades every day with the way these prices are going up and up. Yeah, tell me about it. Jalapeno and pineapple and onion. Nah. Now, mind you, Renee likes pineapple and onion. I can't do that shit. Oh, no. She doesn't like spicy, so the jalapenos are out the window. But the pineapple and onion portion of that, she'll go for. Chris says, I have a 1992 MR2 manual turbo. Holy crap. The MR2s were vicious when it came to power to weight ratio. Those things hauled ass. So I can only imagine, Chris. Oh my God. The takeoff of those things. I can only imagine. Holy shit. Let's see. Handren says the turbo version is hard as shit to find, right? Brandon says, had the opportunity to buy a black on black NSX when I was 20 from a family friend, and my dad would not let me. Oh, heartbreaker. Heartbreaker. Damn. That sucks, dude. That sucks. Chris says, had to pull the engine and rebuild it. Oh, man. Let's see. Dallas says, my 4-year-old loves coffee. Not I, sir. Not I. Handren says, oh, man, Brandon, you would have had to hide it now. That's like a theft magnet. Oh, shit. Kelvin Branham, he says, my young one is 32. Hey-o. Let's see. Nissan 240SX, the S15 is a Japanese version, which is called the Sylvia. Okay. I gotcha. See, if you said that, I would have kind of understood that, but I still don't understand it much. I'll be honest. Chris says spun a rod bearing. Sounds bad. Again, no idea what that means. You're talking Greek to me. Not a car guy. Let's see. Giovanni says I gave up my 3000 GT to my cousin. I couldn't fit in the car. He is fixing it really good. Nice, dude. Nice. Dallas says my dream cars are 1994 R34 Skyline and a 67 Chevy Impala. Nice. See, if I had to get if I had a choice of any, any car, oh man, it would probably be either a vintage Bronco or Blazer. Yeah. Those are cool as shit. The Bronco, the old school, like 70s, 80s, back then. Those were cool as shit. My dad had a Blazer in the early mid 80s, and just I really like that. I really like that SUV. Yeah. Lelouch has a question for us.
We have a question.
He says, Tim, once you move to NC, any moves on growing the community around here? We do have a hobby town, and I know you used to partner with them. Still do. I mean, I'll be honest with you, dude. That's kind of putting the cart before the horse. Yeah, I mean, I'll be real. Like, I would love to be able to find kind of a local, like a local group, and, you know, find like a build night or something like that to go to that's not too far away, that's not in Raleigh, like, you know, 2-3 hours away. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely on the table. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I mean, I haven't really given anything like that really much thought. So, but yeah, I know Renee, she's already got 2 people lined up to be my friend as soon as I move down. The one guy has bought my decals from Hobbytown and everything, and he follows and all that good stuff, and he works in her warehouse and all that. And so yeah, I'm sure there will be at least something going on there, but yeah, I have really, dude, I don't know. I really don't know. Let's see. Lelouch says, I own a 3000 GT base daily, twin turbo, got to rebuild the motor soon, and a stealth for parts, but who knows? Damn, dude. Hendren says, Lelouch, the real baller is you, right? Holy shit. Let's see, Brandon says, I like the 64 Impala over the 67. Chris says, LOL, I have many cars. Daily is a 51 Ford, nice. 79 El Camino. 1928 Chevy Roadster. Holy shit, not many people can say that. 92 MR2 and a 2022 Colorado Work Truck. Nice, nice. Hendren says the problem with the 3000 GTS for weaking turbos were the size of a McDonald's sandwich. Oh jeez. Let's see. Dallas says my aunt and uncle have a 1982 Bronco that they are restoring. Oh, jealous. Blue says I'm not, LOL. I've built them from the ground up, finding deals and pulling parts for years. My base I've had since I was 17, the Turbo VR4. I got a steal from a guy who didn't know how to replace an ECU. That would have been me. That would have been me. I don't know, like, here, whatever, it's broke. Giovanni says, I can do old car. I guess I can't do old cars anymore. If you don't have the right mechanic, the project becomes a money pit. Yeah. And Brandon says, my wife's uncle just put a turbo LS1 in a 1989 Bronco. He's working on restoring the body now. Oh, man. I don't know if you guys have seen the show Shrinking on Apple TV, right? Apple TV Plus or whatever. Apple Plus TV. I don't fucking know what they call it, but Apple's streaming service, right? If you don't have it, it's awesome. Wonderful shows on there. Ted Lasso, Silo, Foundation. What else? Fuck, what's the one? The one at the... Fuck, The Office people. Oh my god, they won like Emmys and everything, and I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, fuck it. Shrinking is one of their best series on there, which I absolutely love. And in that, the main character has an old school Bronco that is baby blue, drop top, the whole 9 yards, and it is just fucking gorgeous. Oh, I would kill for that, you know, for that truck. Like, it is beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, that's like, yeah, the dream. Let's see. Chris says I built the roaster, found the body in the desert. Holy shit, dude. Fucking Walter White over here cooking blue meth out in the desert, finding 1928 roadsters and shit. Oh man. Henry says, gotta say I love these guys. They speak my language, right? Henry says, I've seen season 1. Henry, trust me, season 1 of Shrinking is probably the worst season. It gets so much better after that, and so funny. So freaking funny. Let's see, Lelouch says, I'm an aviation tech. Wow, nice. Air Force Reserve, and I do fabrication. Hell yeah, and I've worked most auto / mechanics jobs all my life. I like building things. Hell yeah, dude. That is great. Especially the fabrication part, because that ain't easy. That's real deal scratch building. You know what I mean? That's real deal scratch building. So that's really cool. That's really cool. Chris says, yeah, it was half buried in dirt and I was out target shooting. I may have put a bullet through it, but I fixed it. Nice. Oh, shit. Henry says, what, Lelouch? Baller right there. Seriously, dude. And then Dallas says, thank you for your service, Lelouch. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Air Force Reserve. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Brandon says, night, everyone. Gotta be up in 5 hours, and I'm sure my little guy will be getting up soon. Can hear him coughing. Oh, shit, yeah. Go handle your business, Brandon. Yeah, we're about to call it here for the night. It's already, wow, 12:53. Holy crap. Yeah, and everybody's tapping out. Lelouch, all right, gents, time to hit the hay. Need to get rid of this. Yeah, dude, I'm same here. Let's punch our clocks at this point, you guys. So with that being said, boys, good stream as always. I'll continue working on this piece and get that finished up, and we can kind of move on tomorrow during the daytime stream. So you guys come on back for that. We'll stream on YouTube and Twitch from here on out. So Twitch, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you Twitchers over there. So we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Be safe out there, build something cool, and come on back tomorrow. See you guys.